Hey, welcome aboard once again. This is Striker sitting in the A-18C Hornet at Nellis on the Burning Skies Command Center US server. They have an Australia server. If you like flying upside down, go give it a try if you're down there. All right, so I'm going to be doing a harm seed mission and just getting a few things set up. I wanted to show what I do for that. Once we get ready to enter in our information, you're going to go to air to ground, select the harm target of opportunity mode class, and you want to choose hostile only. What it'll do is we'll get rid of all the friendlies that are in the area. So I'm looking up on my harm page on my Kneeboard that you can't see, getting the code for the SA6 because I know they've got a couple of SA6s over there. I'll leave a link in my video description for the Kneeboard that I use. It's very helpful. You definitely want to have that when you're doing any kind of seed missions. All right, so we're gonna get rolling here towards the runway. Now, one thing I did, I left it in here because I wanted to show you a cool thing on this server. Is I pulled up the, I requested a picture, which will show me what enemy are in the area. Look at that, we have 4 enemy fighters coming my way. They're relatively close, and they're all headed in to me. I've just got 2 AMRAMs and 4 harms, so my 2 sidewinders as well. There's no way I could fight with these guys. So one thing that I did was I hopped onto Discord. So I gotta jump out of the game here, tab out, whatever. And I requested some cap. The admin of the server has the option where you can request cap or escort. So watch this. As I'm pulling up here, I'm like really dreading having to deal with these guys. I'm like, he's not going to be able to respond and get me the cap. Look at that. 1. It's 1 jet. And like, look, and you can see 4 jets. They have the Olympus in the call sign. Olympus 1, 2. I think that's the 2nd or 3rd. So you got 4 fighters going up to provide cap. I can't tell you what a welcome sight that was to see all these fighters taking off in front of me. I was thrilled. And it alleviated my worry. Now I'm heading up to Bunkerville again to take out the enemy SAMs, but yeah, I think that's 3 up there, and I think we got 1 more as I hold short here. There it is. I got an F-15C Eagle. Yeah. How awesome is that? Such a happy sight. So definitely, if you're on this server, give it a try. It is a huge help. It's there. Now, my understanding, and well, I know this is to be fact, is that this is manually handled by the server admin, Chaz Barramundi. And so you just need to format it correctly. It's not an automated script or something. You just need to follow the requirements, like I think it's the added min team or whatever, and what you want and where. It's a very simple. You can put some commentary in there as well, like if you want it at a specific airport or a certain area, and he will do what he can to hop on if he's awake. I think he's about 14 hours ahead of me. So sometimes they don't coincide and I don't get covered, but do take advantage of it. He's got it there for a reason. So if you're in a helicopter and you're worried you're going to get blasted out of the sky, because that's really why helicopters are in the sim, right? For people and fighters to blast them out of the sky. Anyway, hop onto the support requests on Discord, get in a request for some cap or an escort, and you might be surprised at just how helpful that is. Sometimes, there's just not enough players on the server, or everyone's off busy pounding the ground and you don't have enough cap. Make use of that request and get yourself some protection. All right, enough with the PSA, right? Public safety announcement. So we're headed up north to Bunkerville, the very same place that I was at in my previous video, the one just before this. Our enemy has moved back in, it seems, and got a whole lot of SAMs going on over there. Like, it is insane. I think there's like I don't know, 4 or 5 search radars. Got SA6, SA3s. I think even an SA2 out there. So yeah, I'm not going to go try and mess around with that in the Strike Eagle. I'm going to hop into the Hornet because this thing kicks ass when it comes to seed and deed missions. And I'm going to show you what I do multiple times. And if you're into flying the Hornet and you want to do some seed missions, this is the way. So you got the harm page and target of opportunity up on the DDI. I'm going to step through and find the one I want to target, right? Because there's different ones out there. Now I'm going to center control switch up and get that TDC cursor into that box, because that box is where that emitter is. Then I'm going to TDC depress, and that locks in that target. Now I'm going to switch to pre-brief mode, and I've already got the SA6 code, the harm code entered in. That's what you saw me doing while I was still on the ground at Nellis. So I'm going to gain some altitude and press in closer. But now that emitter, because I put the TDC box diamond into the harm box that was on the HUD, and I got it as centered as I can, and then TDC depress. That is now my current active target. And when I launch a harm in pre-brief mode, that is where it's going to fly to. I still got to watch out for those enemy aircraft, right?
Bearing 247, range 36 miles, altitude 31,000 feet, pause.
So we just got to push closer. Now we've got our symbology on the HUD. The 2 inward-facing chevrons are for harm pull-up mode, and the horizontal bar above that is aircraft pull-up mode, which is what I'm in. Aircraft pull-up mode is great to give your harm a little bit extra range, a little bit extra oomph. Watch this, just holding down the weapons release button, and boom, off it goes. Roll away. And let that harm press on into the target. Now, quite often, just depending on the site, how many emitters are there, how far I am away from the target, I will also, I'll just fire one at a time, see how it does, and then press back in with another, so on and so forth. All right, so we got this enemy closing in. He's pretty close. And one nice thing the server does is you'll get an automatic message that's that kind of like staticky sound, brief sound that pops up when it gets within 30 miles. It'll give you the I think the bearing and it doesn't give you a range. It just says like, hey, it's in within 30 miles. Here's where it is at this altitude. So I got it, a friendly over there, and I also have the enemy. I'm going to lock him up and start getting him into constraints to fire an AMRAAM. I can't tell. I think he might have been hit. He seems to be going down. There's also friendly SAMs over there, so I think this guy's toast. Hear that sound? That's what I was talking about. All right, I'm just seeing what's going on. I think this guy's dead. Yeah. He's done. All right. So no more enemy air close by. Still have that harm heading out. There it is. Let's see how it does. Boom, chakalaka. Look at that. Took that guy out. All right, so we're going to turn around, get back into harm mode. Then I got to figure out what my next target's going to be. You need to get back into target of opportunity mode as well. Start heading back towards my previously designated target. I think I cleared it out, so I'll just set my waypoint, which was over in that general vicinity. Get me my steering cue and start turning back. Now you'll start seeing those emitters pop up on the harm page. There's one, I don't think that's the one I'm interested in. Maybe it is. I'm just stepping through all the different emitters. They're like stacked up there, right? Seeing what we have out there. Figuring out what my next one's going to be. I think that's the one I want. So TDC up, make the HUD take command, or make it in soy, whatever you want to call it. Different airframes, right? TDC depress once I get that diamond in the center of the box as best I can. And go back to pre-brief mode. Rinse, repeat. Okay, so we were close enough. I always kick it into afterburner, get some airspeed, and then I'll start my pull-up once I get close enough. All right, this is good. Holding down the weapons release button and keeping it centered and weapon release. Roll away. I have 2 more harms. I'm going to start figuring out what my next targets are going to be. Yeah, we still have some enemy out there, but the immediate threats have all been dealt with. How awesome is that? Okay, back into target of opportunity. We're going to see what we get on the harm page as the sensor comes around and starts seeing those emitters. And again, same idea. You need to set the harm page as your active page. Sensor control switch left in this case. And you start stepping through, and then I do a step through and handoff so that it gets rid of all of the others around it. And do I want this one or that one? All right, up we go. Another harm on its way. Same idea. I have that harm page active. You can tell by the diamond in the top right corner of it. Same idea. Do handoff. Figure out what I want. I'm going to pick a different type of radar, so I need to enter it in the upfront controller. Okay. That's so we have the target designated. We have the harm code updated. Holding that weapons release, pulling up, and downrange. And there goes one. So if you fly other aircraft, and you have the Hornet sitting there gathering dust, and you're tired of having all these enemy SAMs you got to deal with, maybe it's worth dusting off that Hornet, taking her up for a spin whenever you need to deal with a high threat environment like this. I know people like the F-16 as well. It's a capable seed and deed platform. Just missed that guy. I think he moved. Those SA-3s are a little elusive at times. But I got an Igla, dude. How good's that? All right, one more harm left. One in the sky. Wait, no, I think I used them all. Yeah, fan song radar dead. All right, so we blasted 4 arms downrange, took out 3 targets. Well, more than that, we damaged the damaged one of them. It's time to head back and land. Rearm. All right, so I'm going to do a carrier brake over the runway here. Coming in at 350 knots, 800 feet roughly. Now you went a little bit high because if you drop below 800 feet and you're not cleared to land yet, you reset your holding pattern. So I think I've come in on this server at around 900 or so, 950, until I get clearance, typically on the downwind leg here. Get trimmed up, gear down, flap down. Now we're getting trimmed to on speed. I want to get down to around 600 feet. And this is all done using throttle inputs to control my either increase my altitude or decrease it. And now we're good for our roll in. All right, there we go. So the idea here is I'm going to go and refuel rearm, load up 4 more harms. Actually, I didn't refuel it other than get a fresh tank. And we're back in the sky. I'll save you all that hassle. So there's some couple of AI flight out there of 2, I think, that's attacking the same area, doing a seed mission. So some of the stuff that I'm targeting, I think, winds up already being dead. No big deal. That way we make sure it's dead. All right, so it's the same idea, right? We put the harm page in target of opportunity. Take command of it, set it as soy. Step through the different targets and do handoff until you find the one you want. Central control switch up so that you're in charge of the HUD. You move that diamond into the center of the box and do a TDC depress to designate it. Then I go to pre-brief mode and key in the harm code for the emitter that I'm targeting. Once you're in range, you're ready to start climbing, kick that afterburner in, hold down the weapons release button, and then pull up gently. And away it goes. Roll off. And rinse, repeat. I'm going to send another one down range. Probably pick a different emitter. Surprised they got an SA-15 down there that I didn't see before. So, see how that harm does. Go after one of these other emitters as well. Okay, so we're in charge of the HUD. Center that up. TDC depress. Look at my Kneeboard and get the new code. Pre-brief mode. Up front controller. Press the target. We're in. Do be mindful that you don't get too close, that you start getting engaged by the enemy SAMs. If you look down in the essay page I have on the AMPCD, that shows the threat rings. It's that display at the bottom. I'm still outside those threat rings, so we're good. Found the center I want, or the emitter I mean. Key in the proper code. All right, that's 3. I don't know which arm is whose. I think most of those are mine, but I think one of them was the other flight. I think it was going for that emitter that's dead, so that arm just flopped down into the desert. A lot of SA-19s down there. As long as you stay high enough, you don't really worry about those. I do like to take out that SA-3 when I can. A relatively short range, but a little bit of a pain in the butt. We don't. I'm going to do a harm pull-up, so I just need to get my flight path marker into the 2 inward-facing chevrons. All right, here we go. Got that guy. That was the SA-15, I believe. And just for good measure, make sure it's dead. Alright, so we're in harm pull-up mode. But let's see what else is out there, because the targets are changing. Okay. You see, you don't have to pull up as much because the harm will do all the work. I'm close enough. I don't do the aircraft pull-up. All right, switch to air-to-air mode. Let's get out of here, head back to base. Direct hit. Oh, look at that guy. Look at that guy. Well, got one of them. The other guy was booking it out of there. He's like, yeah, screw this. I'm out of here.
911, kill Sam at Bulls 057 for 50.
I'll let that other flight deal with the rest. I'm going to call it a day.
Picture.
So just checking on the enemy air situation. I think we're in good shape.
Enemy aircraft, bearing 141, range 119 miles, altitude 20,000 feet, hot.
Got a friendly up ahead and track while scan. Nothing left to do but get back, land, collect my experience for job well done type of thing. All right, so I won't bore you with my landing. Hopefully you enjoyed the show, learned a little bit of something about the capabilities of the Hornet and how easy it is, how powerful it is to conduct seed operations in it. It's a great all-around aircraft, has a lot of strengths. Hope you enjoyed all this. It was a lot of fun flying. Catch you out there. Hope to see you on the server sometime. Take care.